Welcome to Everyday VBA, your online solution for becoming an Excel VBA expert.
Hey everyone, this is Chris with Everyday VBA. Today we're going to be doing a Macro Monday. This is the solution. So we're going to go ahead and start. What we're going to be doing is we're going to use a input box in order to change the sheet name. So that's the plan. So what we're going to do is we're going to start with a macro. We're just going to call this change name. Now remember, there needs to be no spaces in there. When I hit enter, it actually goes and it puts in the end sub. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to set a variable. We're just going to call this NME, and that is going to be our variable that we're going to put our name in. And what we're going to do is we're going to use an input box. We're going to go enter, and you'll notice that this shows up right here. This is called IntelliSense, and that just helps you as you're typing your code. Enter new sheet name. Okay, title. What we're going to do right here, the title is going to be the title of this this name, so that we're going to call this sheet. Name a sheet. We can call this whatever we want. Okay, and then default. For default, what we're going to do is I'm going to do something tricky here. We're going to go application dot. No, sorry, not application. Activesheet.Name. That should pull in the active sheet name, and I'm going to hit end parentheses. Okay, now I know that actually worked because it capitalized it. That means that it actually recognized it as a as part of the code. So now what we're going to do is we're going to go Activesheet.Name equals NME. And that is as simple as it goes. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to come over here. We're going to insert a shape. And we're just going to put a square. Name this sheet. And we're going to change the alignment. Okay. Now that we've got this as a sheet, we can just assign the macro. Now you'll notice down here you have different options. You have all open workbooks. Now if you have other open workbooks with that name or other workbooks with code in them, it will actually all populate in there as well. Typically you're going to go this workbook, or even in this case book 1, which is this workbook. I'm just going to click on change name. Now you'll notice that when I hovered over it before, I didn't have the pointer, but now that I've given it assigned it a macro, it does give the pointer. So if I click on this, you'll notice enter new sheet name. Now you'll notice that it also pulled in sheet 1, so we're going to name this is the new sheet. Now this may actually be too long. It looks like that is not too long. One of the things you can't have special characters in these sheets, so I'll show you here real quick. So if we go new sheet, and let's do a dash. It's probably not going to like that. Now you'll notice that I get a runtime error 104. And that's basically because it does not like the dashes, slashes, question marks, brackets, etc. So I'm just going to go ahead and end that. Let's go ahead and walk through this and see what the code does, just so you have an example of what goes on. So we're going to go, I went into my code window. You can get there by going Alt F11, or you can go to your developer tab, and you can hit Visual Basic. Or you can also go to, I think it's in your data. This is all scrunched over. Sorry, I think it's a view macro. So that's the other place to find that. But I typically just hit Alt F11. It just has become a habit. So you'll notice that the yellow line, that's on the code that we're on. And you'll notice that when I hit this, if I hover over NME, which is my variable that I'm putting my text in, that is empty. But when I hit F8, it's going to actually populate that, and I'm just going to type in sheet 1. I'm going to click OK, and you'll notice that now I've placed that into my variable. So now all we have to do is we have to say whatever our active sheet is instead of whatever its name is. So if I come down in here to my immediate window and I go Activesheet.Name, now if in your immediate window you do have to do the question mark, otherwise you get an error. But if I hit that, it's going to tell me what it currently is. Now when I hit F8, it's going to change it. It'll change it to whatever my variable is. That will change down there, and I will actually show you as well in the immediate window. So just change that. If I hit enter, then it changes that as well. So that's this week's Everyday VBA Monday Macro Challenge. Hope you guys enjoyed.